What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Cam ATL, and welcome back to another Prize Picks video with your boy. Drop a like down below because I already know you're gonna love it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Welcome back to PropsMadeEasy.com. Bet smarter, not harder. Just an FYI, my allergies are still kicking my ass. We got a new swing set for my son, and I've been out there with him, playing with him, and this shit has dominated me as of late. Like being outside on that damn swing set has gotten my allergies on another level right now. So bear with me if I sound nasally. It's because I'm congested completely. And I'm gonna try to do this without coughing, like I did in the last video, but we'll see what happens. So just bear with me though. Ready? All right, NBA finals are back today, baby. PropsMadeEasy.com, by the way, if you want to get involved with the prop tools for player props. If you want my personal picks, I put those over at greenlightdfs.com. You can go to DFS content right here. It'll bring you over to my site, GreenlightDFS, and that's where you can get my optimal lineups for DraftKings and FanDuel, and you also get my favorite prize picks over there. All right, so NBA. The finals, baby. And it should be no surprise that Aaron Gordon is at the top of the list right here. I already know I sound nasally as hell, dude. It feels weird even talking. I'm so damn congested. All right, so first and foremost, the first guy that I want to talk about though is Michael Porter Jr.'s PRA at 23.5. Vegas likes the over at minus 140. This will probably be bumped. This will be bumped to 24, 24 and a half soon. He's hit this in 7 of his last 10. We have him projected at 26.37. So not only is Vegas heavy on the over, so is the prop tool at a 2.87 differential. So starting it off with Michael Porter Jr. over 23 and a half PRA. Next play we're going to go with is the guy who just continues to make me money, and that's Bam Adebayo. Bam Adebayo in this matchup, I get it. Jokic is, good. Don't get me wrong, I get it. But, I mean, look, if Miami's going to hang in this series, it's going to be because Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo have a great series. They're just going to have to. And still, at this fantasy score of 34.5, the tool thinks that is just way too low. So, Bam Adebayo over 34.5 prop line for his fantasy score is going to be the next way that we go. Instead of fantasy score, if you don't want to do fantasy score, there's other options as well. You could go his points and rebounds, which is popping the best when it comes to regular prop types. But Bam Adebayo's overall fantasy score and then Michael Porter Jr. over PRA are the two ways I'm looking that I'm really liking so far on this slate. All right? All right. No NHL today. MLB. Man, I don't understand why they keep putting Rafael Devers and Yoshida's prop line so low. We have been feasting off of the fact these guys' prop lines have been too low for the longest time now. Now they get to go against Hunter Green, who is a solid prospect. Don't get me wrong, he's a solid pitcher. Like he's a guy that's got some good shit. He could go out and strike 11 out at any point. But this is Boston we're talking about. All right, Boston is an amazing offense, and Devers and Yoshida are two of the better hitters in the entire league. Plus, they're at home in Boston. Lefty righty matchup. Either one of these guys, you could go the over on either one. I'm gonna go with Devers because he's the higher differential, but either one of these guys are perfectly fine. So Rafael Devers over sevens where we're gonna start. Then we're gonna grab an under. We're gonna go under on Hunter Green. It kind of correlates with each other, but we're gonna go under on Hunter Green. Pitcher fantasy score of 32.5. I think he gets bombed by Boston in Boston today. I just don't see it. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to say I can't see him succeeding because I could. Dude goes out and strikes out 11 at any moment. You never know. But the probability that he gets over 32.5 here against Boston in Boston, where there's a lot of dangerous lefties there, yeah. I don't know. I don't see Hunter Green surpassing it. So under on 32.5 for Hunter Green's pitcher fantasy score, and then over on Rafael Devers 7. Um, Anything else really sticking out? Max Scherzer's strikeouts is sticking out pretty good against Philly today. That's a 0.53 differential. As always, pitching outs and earned runs allowed have been big for me, so I'm waiting to see how those go. The tool really likes Luzardo today against San Diego. He is at home in Miami, and so that's a pitcher-friendly ballpark, so he could limit the damage and end up getting over that 30.5. Plus, he's got some good strikeout stuff, even though he's facing a good San Diego offense. He's interesting, but yeah, the two ways: Devers over fantasy score, and then Hunter Green under fantasy score. First inning runs tool. We don't have a ton of games today, but the best option that we're looking at here is going to be the under on the Rockies and the Diamondbacks. Chase Anderson has done fine in the first inning. Zach Davies has been done good in the first inning. The odds are minus 130 that there is no runs scored in the first inning. Their ERA is great. Their WHIP is great. Both offenses have not done very well in the first inning, but they have hit strong. So they've hit the ball hard, but they have not scored runs, which is crazy. Um, and then the best over is probably the Padres and the Marlins. Both of these guys have not been the greatest in the first inning. So going over there is a sneaky option. The odds are minus 130 to go under, so you're getting some good value. If you're betting just straight up on like a regular sports book, I would definitely take a look at going over in this game, seeing that the odds are so heavy on the under, especially with the data kind of leaning a little bit towards over. That over is sneaky. Now, it's not a lock by any means. You see it's a 28.6 hit percent comparative to zero, where we normally like it. Remember, the lower the hit percent, the better the over. The more red you see, the better. So this green, and this yellow doesn't put them at the best odds, but comparative to everywhere else, I mean, it's an option. All right. CSGO, the star of the show. Feel like I can safely say that PropsMadeEasy.com is the best CSGO tool that is available anywhere. There's no way you can find any tool that you can go on that's this good at CSGO the way this tool has been. So major props to everybody who put the work in on this, behind the scenes, all those late nights staying up, like till 4 a.m. in meetings and stuff to get this stuff out and have it be successful for y'all. It's all come, you know, to the top. I mean, I know everybody thinks like Props Made Easy is mine, but it's not, man. I'm just a part of the big thing. You know what I mean? Like we have, like I said, we're partnered with $1 million data companies. Like some of the, not, I was about to say some of the biggest. The biggest data company in the industry is partnered with us. So this isn't like some thrown together thing that I just built by myself. And nah, I love the people that are working it. I love the effort that's put in on their end. I like how smart they are, how good they are at this shit, and I like being a part of that. And I just do my part, man. The small part I do by making these videos and putting y'all on game with this being the best tool. You know what I mean? Pretty much. But yeah, man, it's been amazing. It's been amazing. I love to be a part of things like this that are changing the game and really helping people in this industry. Because sports betting, man, we all know sports betting can be up and down. And no matter what, whether you use the prop tool or not, you're still going to lose. Like, I mean, there's just no way to avoid losing. I've always been very transparent about that. And people coming into betting sometimes don't understand that. Because there's a lot of bullshit like on Twitter and shit where people posting screenshots like they're fucking winning millions on Prizepicks. It's just ridiculous. It's like it goes back to if somebody is posting like posts as if they're withdrawing 100,000 out of Prizepicks and shit like that. I see that from time to time and I'm just like, oh my god, dude. Like you would think people would have more common sense. They would understand that if somebody's withdrawing 100K out of Prizepicks, then Prizepicks probably isn't even letting them play. Then how are they going to, you know what I mean? At a certain point, Prizepicks is going to limit you. The goal is to be able to pay your bills in this shit, have some big wins, take your losses as normally happens, and accept that that comes with it. Not trying to act as if losses don't happen and you can get to the point where you're withdrawing 100 something thousand. You don't want to come into this as if this is going to retire you. It's sports betting. No matter what you do, you could take L's. You know what I mean? It's all about playing the smartest plays and just consistently hitting night in, night out. That's what you want. There's going to be days where you have tough days where nothing hits. It happens. But you just stick with it, man. So, Nope J for FTW against Saw. Over 30.5 map 1-2 kills. We have it projected at 35.25. That's a 4.75 differential for Nope J for FTW. And then another one that feels a little low to me. I love doing headshots. I haven't done a headshot in a minute. Let's do MSL for Sashi. Do I want to go over on his headshots or do I just want to go Foster? All right, I'm just going to go the best differential. Let's go over on Foster for Portugal going against Sprout. Over maps 1 and 2 kills at 31.5. We have him projected at 35.88, a 4.38 differential for Foster. So, no BJ for FTW and Foster Portugal over on their maps 1 and 2 kills for both of them. And I do like MSL Sashi's headshots over 9. All right. No crazy unders that are really popping to me. There's more of overs that I prefer to play. Also, There's been comments from time to time about um, people have asked me a few times, hey, this team's expected to lose. Why is his kills projected to go over? And that's a good question, I guess, if you're kind of new into it or whatever. If a team is going to win, sure, yes, obviously they made more kills in that situation if they win, right? But the problem is, and the thing that we've been taking advantage of, is the fact that Prize Picks overcompensates. So when a team is expected to lose, which I would guess that FTW is projected to lose, right? When a team is expected to lose, Prize Picks will put their lines a bit too low. And sometimes these guys who absolutely can carry their teams, their prop lines will be way too low in a situation that even though they're going to lose, they still have a very solid potential to put over that amount. And as you guys know, if you've been using the CSGO tool at Proximate Easy, this thing is consistently just knocking out W's. So there's a strategy behind it. We've talked about these things for so long, and the smartest minds in the CS:GO industry all agree that we don't need to worry too much about that. Sure, we'll worry about it and we'll put it into it, but it's not something that we need to deter us from this, because at the end of the day, these guys could still easily hit in a loss. Okay, so don't get it twisted. Remember, always remember, Prize Picks adjust these compared to that. So if a team is expected to lose, Prize Picks will adjust these. The problem is they overcompensate and they put it too low. That's where we take advantage of that. That's the key. Just because a team's going to lose doesn't mean they all are going to get 15 kills and get nowhere near their kill. Like, it's just not how it works. That's why we've been dominating. It's been doing the same thing this whole time, y'all. And we've just been destroying CSGO. There's a strategy to it, and the prop tools got it under control. Don't worry. All right. We have any WNBA today? All right, let's talk about some WNBA. At the top of the list, we have Tiffany Hayes, PRA at 20.5 over. We have her projected at 25.25. That's a 4.75 differential for Tiffany Hayes. Love the over on her PRA today against Minnesota. No crazy unders popping for me. I'm just going to go on the other side for Minnesota, and I'm going to go over on Kayla McBride, points over 13. We have her projected at 15.2. That's a 2.22 projection, differential. And that is the best Minnesota play, Kayla McBride, over on points. And then Tiffany Hayes is the best Connecticut play on the other side of that game, over 20.5 PRA. All right. Let's take a look at soccer. Nothing for soccer today. All right. So, we got to hit a recap real quick. Let's see. All right. So, NBA. We have Bam Adebayo over fantasy score, over 34.5. And then we have, it looks like Michael Porter Jr. No, he's still there. Michael Porter Jr. over 23.5 PRA. We got to hurry through this so y'all can get that in. MLB, over on Devers hitter fantasy score, and then under on Hunter Green fantasy score. CSGO, over on Nope J and over on Foster, map 1 and 2 kills. WNBA, over on 20.5 PRA for Hayes. And then over on Kayla McBride, points of 13. And I see that soccer is on Prize Picks, so we will get the soccer tool up as soon as we can. We will work to get that up today. All right. Thank you guys for joining me as always. Let's get this money. Let's keep smashing. Thank you guys. PropsMadeEasy.com. Let's get it. I'm out. Peace.